So what you're going to need to make the wreath are, I'm going to show you the embellishments and then I'm going to put them back into my basket. So these are some eggs. I picked all this stuff up last year. So these are some eggs. You might want to use those. I'm not going to use all of these. And then I picked these up. These are all from Dollar Tree. I picked these up last year. And then there's the bunny butts. There's a pink and a blue. And then there's these checked bunnies. And they come in pink and blue. And then there's these eggs I just picked up this year. And there's 4 in there on sticks. And then these are the other bunny butts. They're only blue that I got those. And then some type of ribbon. I got some pink. And then I did pick up this year. And then I got some that says Happy Easter. And then you will need yellow tulle and pink tulle. And you will need mesh. And this is all Dollar Tree mesh. And I got, it's this. And I didn't find yellow or pink. That's why I'm using the tulle. And like I said, I used to make tutu dresses. And those aren't, I don't make them anymore. So I've got a lot of tulle left. So I'm using that in between. So you're going to need 2 blue, 2 green, 2 purple. Scissors, one of these if you have it. You might want to have, sorry about that. You might want to have one of these that you can pick up for $1.25 to wind it around. If you have one of those bow makers, that's nice too, to hold it together. And then maybe some clips, scissors, needle noses. Those are just some extra things. So that's pretty much what you'll need to make this wreath. Oh, and a 14-inch wreath form. I've got part of the wreath done. I actually here have a goldish one. Right now, all I can find at my Dollar Tree is black ones. So what you want to do, you'll need the pipe cleaners. And you want to take the pipe cleaners, bend them in half. And any color will do. I wished I had all white. You'll need a scissors or a wire cutter to cut them. And then take your pipe cleaners or Chanel stems, whichever you call it, and bend those in half so that you have them ready to go. Like that. So you have a little thing like that. And then we'll be making the bundles, and they'll look like this. And I did blue, purple, green together, and then you'll be able to fluff them up once you get them on there. I did cut a lot of the fraying ends off. I also, you got to be careful with it. It doesn't seem like it's actually spreading, but I did burn some of the ends. When my lighter works, I did burn some of the ends like this, and it seems to be okay. Just be very careful with it. Don't obviously let any kids or anything do it, but that helps a little bit, not a heck of a lot. And you will also probably want to have a one of those rollers that gets the lint off, because these things really, really stick on you. I don't know why this one is so short on one side. You want to try to get these straight. I don't know why I've got that off so badly. But that's this. So how I did these, so these are, and I actually shouldn't have cut them in half, but it worked. So these are about 10 inches. And if you have one of these, you can just roll the whole thing of mesh around this and then clip it and cut it on both ends. And that'll give you around 10 inches. And you can get these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Okay, so what you're going to do, I put the blue at the bottom. And then I did the purple. And then I did the green. And then I just rolled a little bit at the end. Trying to roll some of that, some of this into the inside. The fraying, the worst fraying. And then just roll a couple here. And then just kind of squish them together, like ruffling them a little bit, like this. And then try to get this a little, you know, in the middle as much as you can. Pull it and try to get these straight. I think that's what I was doing, is I pushed something kind of to the side. You also might want to have a hand vacuum near you, because this stuff really frays everywhere. And I have a little garbage can down here too that I'm kind of putting the strings in. So then you have your little bundle like this. And that's how you make the bundles. And then I also, with the tulle, and I did the tulle around 17 inches, and I did 3 pieces. So just measure them off, and you can grab some of these. This makes it really easy with this. And they seem to stay sharp a long time. And I find it easier. I was pushing them to the back, but I find it a little bit easier if I line it up right away and cut them and try to get them together. They're harder to get together after you move it. So I'm going to put them together like this. And I'm using the pink and the yellow. I'll have that in the front in the description. And kind of take these things and try to keep them out of your way, because it really, really sticks to this tulle. And then you just want to, if you've ever made the flowers in school, that we used to make big tissue paper flowers when I was in high school for the dances, for prom and stuff. It was just really popular back then. So what you're doing is you're folding the tulle accordion style, like this. And there. And then you want these sides up, because you're going to ruffle those up. So try to find your middle and hold that. And then get your pipe cleaner straight at the ends. Get it as close to the middle as you can. And pull it up. And then try to tighten it as well as you can. And then open it up. And then you'll see that you have, got this a little bit off here. So you could just move it. So you should have something that looks like this. And then you just want to separate each of the pieces of tulle. And it'll come into a fluffy flower. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to go side to side. You can do, I don't know why, we always did side to side when we did the tissue paper ones when I was in high school. No idea why they did that. I found out that it doesn't really matter. It was probably just something somebody who was a little bit controlling decided to go ahead and do, and so that's how I learned how to do it. You had to go side to side, which takes more time. And as you can see, it's starting to fluff up nice. My hands are horrible right now. It's a little bit dry. Going into spring here. And then I just lift it up, and if there's any little ends, just cut it flat. And you have your little flower. Just fluff it up. Make sure they're all separated so that you have a nice fluffy looking flower. So the next one I'm putting on is, because I have a yellow here, I've done 2 mesh. One in the anchor and one there, and this really does stick a lot on this, on the ends of this mesh. These, like I said, I'm putting all these in the middle, so I'm going here, and I'm going to put that in the middle, and try to get it as tight as I can. And watch the ends of these pipe cleaners, because they do like to poke you. So if you've had hands like me where they're very dry and very sensitive, I go ahead and I bend that end over and then down. You can either put it down or up or wherever it goes in best so that you got it. So it looks rather neat on the back, as neat as you can get it. And then the next one, now we're going to go onto the top. So we're going here. So we did here, middle, the two middle. Now we're going to go on the top. So just pull that over. I think I'm going to turn that around because to make sure I get the top down. Because I had it longer there for some reason. And then try to get that. You can probably get a lot tighter than I can. Especially if you have young hands that are, you know, still work better than what mine do. So push that down. I think I got this for $1.25 too. I think I got this at Dollar Tree. It's a bent one. It's got bent ends and it works pretty good. And then just bend that down. And like that. And then your next one. So that's how I ended up with two of these together. And the same, or in the middle, was because I wanted to put two of them. Two of the mesh to one of the tulle. And I have a lot of tulle left over because I used to make tutu dresses. So this is a good way to use up your tulle if you ever made tutu dresses and you have the tulle left. So again, get that nice and tight, which I have a hard time doing. And there. So as you can see, that's what's working it. So I'm going to finish the wreath and then we'll start with the embellishments. So I'm just going to make a simple bow for the top or wherever I decide to put it. So I cut a piece, and this is 25 inches. And I'm just going to kind of put that together, overlapping it to make a bow that's about about 9.5 inches. And then I'm just going to wrap a band around this. Just kind of to hold it together there. And then I'm going to make this just a little bit shorter, so probably 7 inches. And I cut this about 20 inches. You can cut it whatever to make 7 inches. It's about 7 inches. So then I'm just going to scrunch that up. And you do want to use wired ribbon. That way you can puff it out. And I'm just putting the rubber band on there to hold it together. And I'm just going to take another little piece of this. And you can use any ribbon and you can build this up with as many as you want. And I'm just going to see where I want the tails here. I don't want them that long, I don't think. Maybe there. Okay, so that's about 18 inches. Just doesn't want to cut the fabric. Use your good scissors to cut the wire part. Okay, and then we want to ducktail. Hope I get this the right way. Okay, I cut through the wire with the scissors. Yeah, that's right, ducktail. Okay, after you get both ends ducktailed, then scrunch that in the back. rubber band. And then we're going to bring that to the front like this. I got that in there backwards. You want to put the good side up. I'm trying to get the... Still didn't get... I'm trying to get the Happy Easters so that they will be like this. So that you don't... So the writing's not upside down. There we go. You can just fan those out. And then you have that. I'm just going to take the band. I'm going to scrunch this up all together here. And I'm going to make that band tighter. These are those little tiny bands that you get at Dollar Tree and Walmart. And just take your bow and then just fluff it up, however many layers you've decided to put on there. Oh, and we could put one in the middle too. Cover that up if you want. I usually take a smaller piece and wrap it around and just tie it. I have this pink checked here, and I'm just going to take it, wrap it around like this. Just wrap it around and just tie it in a knot. As tight as you want, however much you want to leave in the middle. I'm going to leave it about there. And then tie it again so that you have a knot. And then you can either ducktail the ends, or you can just cut them off at an angle. I'm just going to ducktail them close, probably about a ½ inch from the edge. Quite right. They'll do. Okay. And then fluff up your bow. And you can make any kind of a bow you want. You can make one of those big bows where there's lots of loops and whatever you like. Or you don't even have to make a bow if you don't want. I'm going to just kind of push this up to the top a little bit there. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to go ahead, and I have some different eggs here. I liked these eggs better. I didn't like the sparkly ones as much. So I'm just kind of experimenting as to where I want to put anything. You can, if you want, say, put a little bunny butt at the bottom. I have the blue ones, I think, only. So you could put a little bunny butt at the bottom if you wanted. And then I have these that I thought these were kind of cute. I liked the smaller ones better than I did the larger ones. Just make sure when you pull out the, see how that did that? When I pulled out the strings that they have on there. The to hang them. So maybe just, there we go, that one didn't come out. So make sure you kind of hide that end onto something when you glue them on. I'm just going to pour them out here. Yeah, so I'm just going to take these little ribbons out, pull them out here, and decide how many I want. I'm not going to use the ribbons at any point, so I'm just going to take it out. I'll just keep them for now. Okay, so just a few eggs around. I'm going to kind of put the bow probably on top here. And I'll probably wire that in with a pipe cleaner here somewhere. So I'll put one of those, probably a green one, and you can just stick that right through. That's why I like to put this part on, then you can just stick it right through. Even up the ends. And wind it around a couple of times. I'm going to go ahead and put this on so I know where I want my placement of so I'm going to wind it. I don't know if you can see, but you want to try to wind it around a anchor. There. Whoops, I'm losing eggs everywhere here. That's too low. I want it higher. So just move it around. And there's my anchor. One problem is that the tool really sticks badly to the mesh. One side. Other, let's see if that is a good placement. That's a better placement there. So just wind that in wherever you want. Let me see if I got that on top here. So I'm losing this part. So for the moment, I'm just gonna, okay, so I just kind of temporarily did that. My egg is caving in here. I might want to put another pipe cleaner to go up on the top on the egg. So if yours is you know, if you got a bigger egg or a bigger inside, it's going to work better than this is going to work. You can also just kind of hang it, and then it can just be free too. And I probably should have just done that. So, okay, so I found this little egg on a sign that I had in my storeroom that had broken from years past, that was attached to a sign that had other words like egg hunt this way and stuff. So basically what I just did is I put a pipe cleaner on the back, and I just rounded it however you want to, and then I just put it through here so that it was in the middle, and I'm just going to let it hang. I didn't do all that other on the side because it's just not working out quite right, because it's a little bit smaller than the hole. So I just put it in the back for now, and then I'm just going to attach it that way. So it's just going to kind of hang, and then just, you know, pick up your tool and your mesh and just, you know, put it over there a little bit till you have it the way you want it. So I'm just experimenting now how I want. I don't want too much embellishment on it. I'm putting the little carrots, and I decided that maybe it would be cute with the two little bunny butts. You could just put one here if you want to, but I kind of like the little one, and then maybe an egg in the middle. I've got these other other eggs too I could use. That one's kind of dark. So I have these little eggs with the little seams on them too. I think I showed in the front. But they just seem too big. So I'm just going to stick, I think, with the smaller ones. And if you have, I don't know why this is like this on both sides. It's got foam. So just kind of hide that in there. So once you have it however you want it with your embellishments there, then glue your stuff on. And then just go over your bow again. You know, fluff your bow up nice. And then do how if you want this hanging down, you want it over, it's up to you. It's your wreath. You do whatever you want. Use whatever ribbon you want, whatever eggs, other tiny bunny butts. If you find other tiny bunny butts, you could put those all around. Whatever tickles your fancy. And that's pretty much the wreath. So I decided to add a little egg with a little bit of greenery that I stuck in it. And you just, there's already a hole in the top, so you can just do that. It was maybe an inch or so. So there's the finished wreath. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, give me a like, and come back and see what's next. Bye.